Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Thanks for jumping on. This is Western New York Storm Chaser, lead chaser, and founder Mitch Bellinger out doing our little lake effect storm chase here on this fine Thanksgiving evening. Hope everyone's got nice full stomachs, had fun time with family today, enjoyed their Thanksgiving day. So we've got the team pretty much up on scheduled shifts. Logan Estrich has actually been out all day. He stopped at the weather office, the Western New York Storm Chasers office today, and we got to chat a little bit. He's been out all day, and now I'm jumping on my shift here for probably a couple hours. Jackson Hickey, our other chaser with us, he's going to actually be doing an overnight shift tonight. I believe he's going live around 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. And then I'll probably pick it back up again and do another live chase tomorrow morning, afternoonish, sometime like that. Again, this is lake effect, so our chase kind of depends on what the weather's doing and where the lake effect band is, so. But yeah, we've got all hands on deck for this one. So I didn't get an official measurement at the weather office today, but we're located just in between Falconer and Kennedy, and I would say we probably have a good 4 to 5 inches on the ground already, and the bulk of the accumulating snow is not actually due until overnight tonight and tomorrow. So we still have a lot of snow to go. Looking at radar, and this is why I said I'm probably going to be out for a short amount of time only. As expected, this lake effect band started last night up north in Niagara County in the Buffalo City area. That's where it all started last night. There were reports and videos of it thunder snow, which signifies obviously a really intense lake effect band. And then it shifted down into the south towns and then settled into southern Erie, Chautauqua, Cattaraugus counties early this morning. And we've been dealing with this kind of really disorganized lake effect band. I mean, it's putting down some snow, but it's not all that organized. And then as expected, we were expecting this band this evening to kind of start fizzling out. And eventually it's really going to kind of just dissipate. And we'll kind of go into a brief little lull time. And right after that band dies out, though, this is due to a wind shift. We're going to catch a little bit more of a northwest wind instead of a direct west wind like we're getting right now. And that's going to set up what I like to call a laser band. And what that is it's this really, really defined, probably only a couple mile wide band, and it's just very intense. And so once this band dissipates, we're expecting that what I call laser band to form, and that's really going to be what puts down a lot of accumulating snow totals tonight. So right now we're on I-86. This is I-86 westbound heading towards Jamestown. Sorry, I'm just kind of looking at radar here. But yeah, I-86 heading towards Jamestown. I don't really have a plan. I don't have a certain route that I'm going to take. I'm just kind of following radar. Because like I said, this current lake effect band is becoming very scattered and disorganized. So we're kind of going to just follow around these heavy parts of the band that I'm seeing on radar and give you guys some live road conditions, forecast, stuff like that. I do have our chief forecaster, Andrew Stevenson, on the chat as well. I am not going to be able to look at the comments. I've actually got them hidden on my side. So Andrew's going to kind of be the one that is answering your questions and responding on the chat. I took comments off because I don't want any distractions and stuff. Just a quick story. A lot of you guys know I've chased in my new truck. Well, that truck wasn't even a month old and I already hit a deer with it. Did about, over $10,000 worth of damage on it. So I'm in a rental right now. It's a nice rental. I like it. It's not bad. But again, I'm not set up either. So I just want to focus on everything. I got the camera set up nicely for you guys. You can't really see the hood. It's just nothing but plain views of the road, sky, and stuff like that. So, but Andrew's going to be the one answering your questions and giving you guys updates, so feel free to comment if you'd like. So you guys can see I-86 westbound here. It's got a nice cover of snow on it. We are not going fast at all. I haven't done over 40 since I left the weather office, so we're just going to take it nice and easy. It is coming down at a pretty good rate. The snow, I'd say probably about an inch or so an hour, maybe an inch and a half an hour. Maybe 2 inches an hour, honestly. But like I said, this band's becoming very scattered. It's kind of really starting to lose its strength here. Of course, our awesome colleague, Logan, dropped off my light bar that I let him borrow for his storm recovery vehicle, and I, of course, never got it put on this truck, so I don't have any hazard lights or anything on right now. Obviously, we'll use 4 ways if visibility becomes a problem. One thing, though, I am generally surprised about is the wind. The winds last night were absolutely insane. I flickered my lights at the house a little bit and was shaking a lot of things, and I thought it was going to be a lot worse today, but the winds really seem to kind of subside more than I was expecting them to. So all this snow isn't really blown around too much. So I just went over the Jamestown exit, or just went over 60 in Jamestown. That was the exit we just passed. People are using their 4 ways. Visibility is obviously degraded. It's not bad though, not bad. Definitely not whiteout conditions, but visibility is definitely under a mile. So again, this is I-86 westbound that I'm currently on. We are going to be coming up on the Strunk Road exit. And I am in a pickup truck, even though this is a rental. It is a pickup truck, four-wheel drive. It's got some nice tires on it. The fronts aren't that great, but my drive tires have plenty of tread on them. Haven't been able to kind of stomp on the brake a little bit to test the traction. Haven't really been in a good area to try to attempt that. So right now, I'm actually probably going to get off Strunk Road here and probably go on I-86 eastbound and kind of follow this little cluster that was putting down some pretty good snowfall rates. But like I said, this lake effect band is really starting to kind of break apart here. It was never really organized today, but it's really kind of starting to fall apart. And again, this was expected. So we're just getting off the Strunk Road exit here off of 86. We'll give the brakes a little good test here at the stop sign up here and kind of get a gauge of traction. Because this is my first real heavy snowfall in this vehicle as well. So I'll kind of gauge how much traction I've got. Oh yeah, she's slick. Stopped pretty good though, so that's good. This truck does have some get up. Yeah, everyone, hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving again. Thank you all for jumping on. I know we were like at 200 viewers there for a second. I was like, wow, a lot of people like to watch some storm chasing, especially on even on Thanksgiving. So now this is I-86 eastbound, heading back towards Jamestown. I kind of want to stay with this cluster that's following the I-86 corridor here. So that's kind of the heaviest part of this band right now is actually following the I-86 corridor right now. So you can see it's definitely not as bad as it was when I first started the stream, but we'll get back into more of the thick of it here as we continue going eastbound. So yeah, right now radar just updated between, looks like between Jamestown, Salamanca, there's a couple good heavy spurts on this band, and that's what I'm currently heading back into right now. You can see it's snowing a little bit, but not bad, but we'll get back into the thick of it here. and I believe Logan, trying to see what his spotter location was. 642. Yeah, so I think Logan is actually nearby. He's in Jamestown, I know that. I can see his spotter ID, so once we get on the other side of the Falconer exit, it should definitely start picking up. It's already starting to pick up as far as the snow falling. Kind of give you guys a view here, see if I can get my high beams on. There you go. Those of you that are going to be the brave ones, and oh yeah, it's already starting to come down heavier. The brave ones, and are going to be doing their Black Friday shopping in the morning, you're definitely going to want to use caution. Keep drive time, you know, obviously in mind, because overnight tonight's when a lot of accumulating snow is going to occur, as these bands, this band's going to fizzle out, and we get a new band development overnight and through tomorrow. So yeah, I'm between the Jamestown and Falconer exits right now. Tonight, when Jackson Hickey goes live for the overnight, I believe he's going to be up around the Fredonia, Dunkirk area. Again, when it comes to winter chasing, we don't really plan any routes out and stuff. We kind of just go where radar pretty much tells us to go. I should say where Mother Nature decides to send us. But we pretty much just look at radar and kind of just go where the heaviest impacts are being felt. But I know Dunkirk and Fredonia got hit pretty hard today. I think they're catching a little bit of a break right now as this band is falling apart. But it's, I think Jackson will be, he's based out in the Fredonia area, so I think he'll be starting out there. But again, I'm not 100% sure where he's going to go, but I'm sure he'll look at radar and see where the most intense parts are and go chase all that down. And just so you guys know, Andrew is posting updates in the comments section. So additional snowfall amounts, what's fallen already, any updates for the National Weather Service, because he does keep in touch directly with the National Weather Service office. So he gets all these special hourly updates and stuff from them. So I'm just beyond the Falconer exit now. Our next exit would be Kennedy, and I am heading eastbound on I-86 right now. It's definitely a good accumulation of snow on the shoulders of the highway. The lanes themselves, though, aren't bad. They're obviously snow covered, but you can tell the plows have been out. Haven't come across any vehicles off the road or anything yet, too, which is obviously a good thing. Definitely a little hard to drive with the brights on. Aha, fog lights. Now that I say it, I haven't even seen any tracks of vehicles that have gone off the road either, so that's great. Obviously, traffic's pretty low today because of Thanksgiving. Looks like I'm just outside a heavy part of this this cluster that I'm kind of following, so it'll probably really start picking up here in snowfall real soon. Of course, I can't move fast because of road conditions, so hopefully it's not pulling away from me even faster than I'm going. So again, I'm probably smack dab in the middle between the Falconer and Kennedy exits on I-86 heading eastbound. Hoping for a radar update here momentarily. Radar update was 7:02, so I should be getting a new one here shortly. But yeah, this is I-86 eastbound, coming up on the Kennedy exit, and there's a snowplow on the other side. back into the thick part of this band here. Again, if you're just jumping on, want to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. Hope you all got full tummies, got to spend some time with your families. Giving you guys live road conditions, some updates, weather forecasts. Again, our chief forecaster, Andrew Stevenson, is manning the chat right now, because I'm not really looking at the comments, just focusing on the road and looking at radar and stuff. So yeah, we're starting to get some bigger flakes here, so that's telling me we're getting into a more aggressive part of this band. So this is just beyond the Kennedy exit on I-86, so my next exit would be the Schoolhouse exit. I was thinking of going up to Fredonia, Dunkirk, Gowanda, kind of those areas and stuff, but Jackson is more based in that area, and he's going to be doing an overnight chase tonight, I believe around 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, so I'll let him kind of handle that area, and I'll cover kind of this southern part here. Again, Logan Estridge, too, I believe he's in Jamestown right now. At least that's what his spotter location is showing. I don't know if he's moved at all or not. Oh, yeah, it's coming down pretty good here. Let's see if I can flip my high beams on. Oh yeah, I definitely can't drive with high beams. And yes, before I get told, oh, pick a lane, you're riding in the center. Well, when there's no vehicles around me, in my rear view mirror or in front of me, there's no one near me, I ride in the center, because if a deer pops out on either side, it gives me some room to maneuver and try and avoid it, especially in slippery conditions. Man, I know the camera's not really picking it up. I mean, yeah, I guess it kind of is a little bit, but these flakes are getting big. Wind seems to be picking up a little bit. I can feel the vehicle kind of rocking a little. Okay, I don't know who did it, but someone sent us 200 stars. I know I usually call you out on who it is, and thank you so much, but again, I can't really look at the comments. All I know is someone sent 200 stars, and if it's multiple people, thank you so much for your support. Hey, I know you may think it's not a lot, but any amount is greatly appreciated. Again, we take everything we earn and put it right back into the field. We've got flashers going on up here. Looks like maybe some vehicles off the road. On the tire tracks are definitely kind of suddenly going everywhere. I don't know if this is a snowplow or tow truck. I see four ways, some orange flashers. Might just be people running their, I think it's just people running their flashers. I thought it looked like a tow truck or something, maybe a semi. So yeah, watching radar, this band is definitely falling apart. Looks like Machias area, Persia, the Gwanda area, stuff like that. Looks like they're all still in a pretty good part of this band. Got another little burst on approach to Jamestown. Looks like Chautauqua, so Mayville, Stockton has another little burst coming, but this band is definitely starting to weaken and fall apart quite a bit. I think I'll pull off in Randolph and get you guys out of the vehicle, and we'll go look and see how much snow they've got accumulated right off the 86 exit, and then we'll probably head back towards the Jamestown area. Maybe get some, we'll do some, we'll drive down into downtown Jamestown and stuff and check out road conditions and stuff in there. Traction's actually not bad either. I just kind of did a little bit of a brake test, and I've got some relatively good traction. It's slick, but Randolph looks to have about the same amount of snow as what we got at the Chase office. Just taking a look at radar here, guys. I just want to look at this band, see what it's doing. Look upstream. Alright, so I am kind of starting to see that wind direction change up by Hamilton and stuff. Looks like it's starting to gain a northwest wind instead of just a direct west. Can even kind of see this band shifting below Dunkirk now too, so that's a sign that we're starting to get the wind change that we're expecting. But yeah, there's probably a good, I'd say probably 3 to 4 inches. If you guys look underneath that banner that says cards accepted, that little concrete block right there, I'd say there's probably 3 to 4 inches on that block. So of course, this is not my normal chase vehicle and stuff, so I don't have a ruler and stuff to get accurate measurements. I should have grabbed a tape measure or something. Alright, I was going to get out, but there's really no point. I thought, honestly, Randolph would have a lot more. So let's go see if we can get some in-town views. Someone else sent more stars. We got another 250 more stars. Thank you so much for those that are donating. Again, if you guys don't know, you guys can send us stars. That's a way of donating to the page. We take anything that we earn and put it right back into the field, whether that be software, hardware, vehicle expenses, stuff like that, to keep delivering you guys high quality content and even enhance the channel to bring you guys even better content. Without you guys, none of this is possible. Even if you don't want to send us a direct donation, just liking, following, sharing our posts goes a long ways. So and of course, liking, sharing, following, all that costs nothing. But those that are sending us stars, thank you so much. You may think it's just a little, but again, it all adds up, and we put it to good use here at the Western New York StormChasers. So this is Main Street here in Randolph in Cattaraugus County right now. So again, you can see their roads are pretty snow covered. Cops are out very heavily today too. I think I passed 6 cops since starting the stream, so they're all out too. So this is Jamestown and Main intersection in Randolph. She's slick. She didn't take that turn so well. More stars! Guys, thank you so much for all the stars you guys are sending. We're at 549 just on this stream. Thank you all so much for those that are sending stars. I know I normally shout out those that are sending us stars, but I can't see who's doing it because I'm not looking at the comments and stuff. But just know if you are donating stars or sending us stars, thank you so much. So yeah, you can see now that it's really kind of cleared up here, but looking at radar, let me stop the animation on this. Yeah, so we're kind of coming into a little bit of a lull where the snow, the snowfall is going to kind of stop here for a little bit, but there is another wave coming up. It's actually coming through Jamestown right now. So if you reside in the Jamestown area, Lakewood area, some of you may not have anything falling. Some of you may have somewhat of a blizzard going on. So that's just another wave coming through. But this is Route 394 coming out of the town of Randolph, heading towards Kennedy. And we'll take 394 in through downtown Falconer. We'll go into the city limits of Jamestown to, whoa, someone like almost tripled our star count. 1,742 stars we're up to now. Thank you so much for all of you that are doing that. Y'all are going to get sick of me saying thank you, because I've got a feeling every time I mention it, the star count keeps going up like it just did right there. 1,841 stars. Thank you all so, so much. So I believe Andrew again has been sending updates and posting some forecasts and updates directly from the National Weather Service right in the chat. So feel free, if you haven't checked out the comments section and stuff, check that out. He's got some very great information he's been posting up on there. But just another quick recap. So this lake effect band that's kind of been happening all day today, it never really organized tremendously. I mean, it stayed together. It kept, if you notice, you'd probably get like a big hit of snow and then it stopped, a big hit of snow and it stopped. That's not because the band has been oscillating, like moving at all. It's really just never really organized. So, but this band that we've been experiencing all day is actually in the process of phasing out. And we were expecting this because we have a wind direction change that's currently underway. So we've had winds directly out of the west, and winds are now transitioning out of the northwest. So that's actually going to push the band. This band is actually going to dissipate, and a new band is immediately going to replace it, and it's what I call a laser band. So it's actually going to be this really thin. It's not going to be all that wide. But all the models have been hitting to this really thin, intense band that's going to take over once this one kind of dissipates. And that's really going to put down some hefty snowfall totals. Wherever that band goes, it's going to be treacherous. So that's where a lot of these places are going to get a lot of their snowfall accumulation tonight and through tomorrow. And I believe it's mostly going to be Chautauqua, the east-south or the southeast or southwest parts of Cattaraugus, northern Pennsylvania areas that are really going to feel that laser band effect. Obviously, any wind direction change is going to move that and hit different areas. Which, when you get a laser band like that, that's putting major snowfall rates out, you want it to kind of oscillate so it doesn't just sit over one area and just dump. Of course, Buffalo's experienced that before with like 8-foot snowfall totals in just, a day or so. So we know what that looks like and what happens. Yeah, and I know earlier today I was talking with our chief forecaster and other storm chasers, and there was almost a 70, I believe it was 68. It was just under 70 mile an hour wind gust up in Buffalo this afternoon too. So, or not this afternoon. I think it was last night, or maybe it was this afternoon, something like that. I know we posted it on the weather page or on the Facebook page as well. So again, this is 394 coming out of, or we're between Randolph and Kennedy. You can see that this road has a lot more snow on it than 86 did. This is kind of why I wanted to get off the expressway and show you kind of some of these secondary roads. I mean, 394 is a pretty major route. It's not a side street, but it's not obviously an expressway. So I kind of wanted to show you guys the road conditions on different types of roadways here. Again, thank you all that sent us stars again. Really, it's you guys. I mean, all of you guys, whether you're sending us stars or not, we're nothing without you guys. We do this for you. We continue improving for you. We're really nothing without our amazing followers, those that like, comment, share, and especially send stars. That just helps tremendously. Helps cover a lot of the expenses of storm chasing. It's not a cheap gig to do. There's a lot of insurance, vehicle maintenance, software, hardware, weather stations. There's just so much expenses. So, and again, we don't have any sponsors yet. We've had a lot of, potential sponsors reach out. So it might be something we do in the future to help really bring the page up and deliver some really... Sorry about that, guys. Kind of looks like I blanked out there. Cell signal in this area is not the greatest, but should hopefully be through it here momentarily. So now I'm kind of down to a little bit of a slush on the road here. Still a lot of snow. Van all right? Oh, I don't think they're making it up that hill. They're backing down off that hill. So we're gonna get you guys, we're about to go through downtown Kennedy here once I get through these little curves here. And you can see the snow's already starting to pick back up again. And then we'll go through downtown Falconer. We'll get you guys into the city of Jamestown, show you guys how the roads in there are doing. We're just passing 62 right here, so the intersection of 394 and 62 coming into Kennedy. More people sent stars. We're now over 2,000 stars. Y'all are gonna make this a star bomb show tonight. Thank you all so much. Slick. So coming into downtown Kennedy, this is in Chautauqua County. Yeah, and I do got to thank you guys too. 25,000 followers. I mean, it was just, I don't know, a year or so ago that we were at 4,000 followers, and now we're at 25,000. That's insane. Can't thank you guys all enough. I never thought I'd see the day where, you know, just a little hobby like this would turn into a legit, real gig kind of thing. So it's an absolute honor to be recognized with all these followers, and the National Weather Service, you know, recognizes us, and we have a lot of meteorologists at these news stations, and even the National Weather Service that follow us and you know, chat with us and all that stuff. We've had a lot of schools and teachers reaching out to us too about coming and doing presentations at the schools for their students too. So it's just an incredible honor to take a passion like this and really help the community. It's just, words can't even explain it. And it's thanks to all of you guys for liking, following, commenting, sharing, all that stuff. So now we're in between Kennedy and Falconer, coming up on Poland Center and Drybrook Road. I know this is a passing zone. Yeah, you can see the snow rates really coming down again. Years ago, can we get to 2,500 stars to celebrate 25,000 followers? I could make it a real challenge and say, can we get to 25,000 stars to celebrate 25,000 followers? That'd be cool. That would be cool. I'm not putting that much pressure on you guys, though. It's Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for what we have, what you guys do for us. 2,500 stars wouldn't be hard, though. We're less than 500 away from that already. So again, after this little burst that I'm going through right now, we're going to have a pretty decent lull that will be going in. Actually, I wonder if I should oh yeah, already starting to see this lake effect band starting to get pushed south. I don't know, I might take 60 up into Gary and stuff, because they're kind of catching a really good part of this band right now too. Let's get up into Falconer first and see what we want to do. I know I said I was going to go into the city limits of Jamestown and stuff, but I kind of want to chase the weather. Looks like Gary, Sinclairville, Cassadaga are all getting a pretty good clip right now. Again, someone just sent 1,000 stars. I can't see who, but I can see sent 1,000 stars. So we're over the 2,500. You guys smoked that. Thank you, whoever just sent us the 1,000 stars. You are incredible. Thank you so much. You guys get it to 25,000 stars. I'm gonna be at a loss for words, because that would be an incredible milestone to celebrate the 25,000 followers. So right now I'm actually passing just off to the left. You can see the house all lit up there. That's the Storm Chaser office. I think I actually am going to take Gary Levant Road, and we'll go up into Gary. We'll see what a lot of these side streets kind of look like. So we're in that lull right now that I said was going to happen. I'm going to go north and get back into the thick of this band. And this is how you know that this band is really starting to disorganize and fall apart, as we're coming into these bursts, lull, burst, lull kind of situation like that. But this northern part, when I go north, like in Gary, Mayville, Stockton, Casadega, that actually looks like it came back together pretty decently. So we'll go get into the thick of that, I believe. So I'll actually take Gary Levant Road here, up here. I'm actually just on the southern fringe of that intense part of this band. I can actually, using the city lights and stuff, I can actually see the band just over these trees. You guys might be able to catch a glimpse of it when I make the turn and get up over the hill here. There's a snowplow truck. Plow down, salter is going, so they are salting and plowing. Alright, we're heading north, and actually it looks like Logan X, I just seen his spotter location update. He's in Gary as well, so we may end up running up with him here shortly. Gary Levant Road is actually not that bad, and I didn't want to say it until after I got past the DOT station, but it's not bad. You can see the left side, the oncoming lane, is actually quite clear, and I'm guessing it's because of that snowplow that we just passed. So as always, guys, if you guys have pictures, definitely also pictures with measurements, like if you've got a ruler, a yardstick, and can get pictures of where you're at, feel free to send them to us. You know, we might, a lot of times we'll put them up on our page. If you want to post, or if you want to also send us your location, not your exact location, but just what town that measurement or that picture was from, we will a lot of times put it up on the page, just and also it helps us get an idea of where the heaviest snowfalls are, aside from our actual official measurements by the National Weather Service office. But again, one thing I've been a little surprised about is the wind. The wind's actually a lot more calm than I thought it was going to be. So a lot of this isn't even getting blown around, which I know was kind of my primary concern for today, was the wind and the snow, but it hasn't been horrible like I was kind of expecting. Oh yeah, I can definitely see the edge of this more intense part of this band. Yeah, really another way to tell too that the wind hasn't been all that bad is look at all the snow on these tree limbs. It's accumulated where the wind would just blow it off. So another sign that the wind hasn't been as treacherous as I thought it was going to be. Again, that doesn't mean areas like Fredonia, Dunkirk, that usually whenever there's a wind threat that they haven't been getting winds. I've seen some video and footage across that area, and they've gotten the mixed bag today for sure. So snowfall's already starting to increase. I'm in a lot of trees right here though, so it doesn't seem that bad, but once we get out of this, this side of the street's definitely not plowed. Put it that way. There we go. Now we're starting to get into some winds. Getting yanked around a little bit. You can actually see the snow on the camera is kind of coming from my left side there. Catch a little bit of speed to get up this hill. She's slipping going up the hill for sure. So this is Gary Levant Road. Just coming to the top of the hill here on Gary Levant. And yeah, snowfall rate's definitely getting heavier here. I'll shut my hydrants off. Now we're coming down the hill into the town of Gary. And I don't know if Logan is still in Gary or not, but looks like I might be coming up on him here. And again, those that are going out shopping tomorrow, slow and steady is going to be the name of the game. Again, some of you guys might be in some nice bright sunshine tomorrow. Others could be in blizzard conditions. So take your time if you're going out shopping tomorrow. This is downtown Gary. Stay in the thick of it. So now this is Route 60, one of a main road between Jamestown and Fredonia, so seems pretty well maintained. Definitely a lot better than Gary Levant Road. There's some spots of bare pavement here. Just want to welcome anyone that's just jumping on that hasn't been with us. Just want to wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving. Hope you all stuffed your bellies, got your naps. We all know how that goes. You gorge yourself and fall asleep. I know when Logan stopped earlier, I was just finishing eating and I'm like, I'm going to catch my nap, and he was actually going to do the same thing. So because I think Logan will be out chasing pretty much the majority of the night as well, so. This is Route 60 coming out of Gary, heading towards Sinclairville. So this is northbound 60. Again, I apologize if the video kind of cuts in and out there. Cell signal is cell signal, let's put it that way. Comes in and out. I do not have my Starlink, because again, this is not my normal vehicle. You can tell though, snowfall rate's coming down at a pretty good clip. I mean, if we had 30-mile-an-hour winds on this, this would be absolutely horrible. So we are actually coming up on the town of Sinclairville. Sounds like I'm getting a little bit of growple too. Can kind of hear it hitting the truck. probably going to go up to the Casadega High School and turn around and probably go as far as Casadega High School. I'm not sure what I'm going to do after that yet. Again, I'm kind of staying away from the Casadega, Fredonia, Dunkirk areas because Jackson Hickey will be coming on live on this page on the overnight shift tonight, so we'll let him cover that area. But yeah, here's a little bit of a break in this band. I can see it on radar. It's just this little itty bitty spot with a little bit of a break. But I'm betting as soon as I get up more towards downtown Sinclairville here, I'll get back into the thick of it. And then definitely up by the hill, the high school. And I can tell that because I'm looking at the lights of the high school and I just see what looks like fog. So yeah, almost down the bare pavement here. Snowplow's definitely doing a good job on this road. Definitely keeping up on Route 60. Again, props out to all the snowplow drivers. Thanksgiving Day, we got to spend it with our families and they're out keeping the roads clean. So shout out to them. And as expected, we're starting to come back into the heavier part of the snow here. It's definitely more windy up here for sure. Just coming up on the high school and the vehicles kind of getting yanked around a little. This is Casadega Valley High School, my alma mater. Snowfall rate's actually not bad right here right now. But you can definitely see on the track right here, this path, you can definitely see some drifting. So the winds are definitely higher in this part of the county than they are back towards Falconer and the Jamestown area and stuff. actually look like places like Conowongo, Napoli, Randolph, Little Valley. Little Valley's not in it yet, but everyone else is in a pretty good clip of snow right now. Of course, I'm going to get stuck behind the snowplow and all this traffic. So yeah, just left Casadega Valley High School. Now back on 60 southbound. Kind of staying in the last little parts of this band right now. It's really falling apart. You guys can tell there's not as much snow. Actually, if you look, I can stop to show you. If you look at the trees, it's probably hard to tell on camera, but you can see kind of one side of the tree's got snow on it, and there's not a lot of snow on the limbs. That's indicative of some heavy winds. So it's definitely windier in the northern part of Chautauqua County than it is in the south. Obviously, you're getting closer to the Chautauqua Ridge and stuff like that. So this is Sinclairville Elementary School that I'm by right now. Right now I am on Sinclair Drive, coming out of Sinclairville. Now you can tell the winds are off to my right. You can see the flakes kind of flowing in from the right side. yeah, winds are definitely picking up. Oh yeah. Gotta kill the high beams because it's getting hard to see. Try to keep the high beams on to kind of give you guys a gauge of how heavy the snow's falling, because I know the camera doesn't pick up on it that well. But yeah, it's coming down at a good clip here, and we're definitely getting heavier wind too. So what I'm actually doing is I'm going a little bit westbound right now, and then probably going to drop back south. I'm watching a cluster of heavier part of this band coming through Mayville in the Chautauqua area right now. So I'm kind of somewhat positioning myself to intercept that, if you will. I just seen someone said keep an eye on your gas gauge. Yes, this truck is full. Actually just filled it. Plus it's actually a hybrid too, so it's showing like 700 miles to E. So we're definitely good on fuel. All right, and then we'll kind of start jogging a little south here. Stay in the thick part of this band. Oh yeah, before I wiped the blades there were definitely chunks of grapple. Oh yeah, we definitely got grapple going on. It's accumulating on my windshield wipers. You can see it sticking, I don't know, you can't see it on camera, but it's sticking to the windshield too. So now this is Route 380, and I'm heading south right now. We are, at least the vehicle is saying, sitting at 28 degrees. We do not run weather stations on our vehicles in the winter because it'll break them. So we kind of just go off the vehicle temperature gauge that it's showing. Obviously we can't get any wind readings because all the snow would accumulate on those on the cups of the instrument, and it would actually break them. Ask us how we know. Went through a lot of weather stations that got broke by running them in the winter, so oh yeah, definitely windy on top of the hill up here. definitely staying in the thick of it here. So again, this is Route 380 heading southbound, kind of back towards the Falconer, Jamestown area. Just staying in the heavy parts of this band. So 380 actually has a little bit of snow. The lane I'm in is not bad, but looking on the oncoming lane, there's quite a bit of snow accumulation in that lane. There's a snow plow to clear out that oncoming lane. Yeah, still coming down at a pretty good clip here. They actually might have a little bit more snow here than they did out in Falconer and stuff. Actually, I'm pretty certain they do have more. Alright, I think I'll take Airport Hill and we'll jog into Jamestown and just check out road conditions in there. Yeah, you can see this snow is just kind of falling straight down. There's really not a lot of wind. Again, that's kind of surprising to me because we're still under a wind advisory too. Airport Hill, of course. Alright, I shut those side beams off, I can't see. So this is Route 60 heading southbound. This will take us right into downtown Jamestown. Alright, that's the top of Airport Hill. Definitely still blowing in from my right side though. But yeah, you can see 60 in this lane at least is pretty much down the wet pavement. in Jamestown. Yeah, we're pretty much back into another lull here. Dropped far enough south that we're kind of outside that primary part of the band. we're just coming outside the city of Jamestown and be coming into Lakewood here shortly. Again, just as I said earlier, this lake effect band is really starting to break apart. Not that it's been really organized at all today. I mean, obviously some parts got hit pretty good rather than others, but it's becoming very spotty right now as we're currently undergoing a wind direction change. Down a little bit, and I can hear the wind cranking every now and then. It's actually a little weird. Right now on radar it shows that I should be getting no snow. There's literally nothing overhead. Actually, I can see the moon, but it's snowing. That, my friends, is what we call radar gap. We're a little far away from the radar, so it's not picking up this lighter snow. I'm actually going to pull off into Walmart here and take a quick gander at radar and figure out what I want to do. It's crazy seeing all these places, wow, especially Walmart. Just seeing all these places that are normally hustling and bustling and they're just ghost towns. Y'all want to know what Walmart looks like when they're closed? Here you go. Alright. Need to find a spot. Check out where we are. Looks like it's all kind of starting to follow the I-86 corridor again. This band's definitely shifting though. Oh yeah. Looking upstream up towards Kitchener and Hamilton and Oakville up in Canada. Definitely starting to see that wind direction change coming out of the northwest, so that was expected. That's what we were expecting to happen. Pretty much right on cue too, so we'll head back up towards I-86 and jump back on that since it looks like the majority of the snow is following the 86 corridor again. If you're still watching, feel free, drop by or drop where you're watching us from. Jamestown. Welcome, welcome, Jamestown. That's Danielle. Thank you for joining us, Danielle. Hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. So we're just coming back into the city limits of Jamestown here. This is Route 394, so around the corner of McDaniel and 394, or 5th Street. just sitting underneath the southern fringe of the most intense parts of this band right now. Turn here on North Main, head back north. The 86 exit and for Jamestown is getting hit with snow now, so we'll be getting back into the thick of it here. Just coming out of, going to be coming out of the city of Jamestown on 60 here. Should be getting back into the stronger part of this band. Actually might pull off in the park and ride, because it actually looks like it's on approach here. this is just a quick fill right off the 86 exit for Jamestown. Take a gander here at radar, see what's going on. Yeah, this band's really kind of falling apart and just getting spotty. So I'm actually, I'm going to head back to the office, home base, and probably call my little shift night. Jackson, again, is going to be coming on around midnight, 1 o'clock. I believe he said 12:30-ish when he gets out of work and stuff. So he'll be doing a little bit of an overnight chase. And again, I'm not 100% sure where he's going, but that laser beam band may be set up by then, so he may have some really heavier snowfalls than I even went through. And then again, I'll be back on tomorrow to do another chase, and we'll see what that band's up to tomorrow, and we'll chase it down. So I'm just getting back on the I-86 eastbound. Yeah, you can definitely tell the 86 conditions have improved a lot from when I was just coming through here. And that's just giving that salt some time to work. Just to recap, guys, as I start to conclude this chase. So this band that's been lingering around all day is in the process of weakening and starting to phase out, and it will eventually be replaced by a very focused lake effect band of snow that's really going to dump some heavy accumulations tonight and through tomorrow. So if you happen to be underneath that band, you're going to notice some pretty hefty, it's going to be localized heavy lake effect snowfall rates. So definitely be careful if you're going out shopping tomorrow or traveling tomorrow, if you're going back home from family, visiting, anything like that. So, you know, this process of the wind change is going to continue on. We're currently experiencing it, which is why this band has really shifted further south and started to deteriorate. And again, a new lake effect band that's going to become laser focused is going to replace this band. But you can see actually the flags by Harley Davidson here. That gives you kind of a little bit of a sense of wind speed and direction. So still coming out of the west, it looks like, and the wind is definitely there. It's just not as strong as actually I was expecting it to be. But thank you guys all for that jumped on. A special big thanks to all those that donated stars. 3,142 stars were sent to us. Thank you guys so much for that those stars. But just a reminder too, Jackson Hickey will be going live doing an overnight chase. I believe he said around 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. So if you're up that early, getting ready to go shopping or anything like that, or heck, just can't sleep and want to jump on, please join us. And again, if you haven't already, like, follow, share the page, the video. It's free ways of helping to support us. It helps trigger the Facebook algorithm. So again, thank you all that jumped on for spending part of your Thanksgiving with us, and join Jackson Hickey tonight on the overnight shift. He'll be doing some chasing. And if you don't catch him on the overnight shift, keep an eye to the page as we'll continue posting updates and stuff. And I'll be back on tomorrow doing another chase. So until then, my friends, thank you all for joining. Have a great rest of your Thanksgiving. Be safe if you're traveling back home or from visiting family or even shopping tomorrow. And again, as always, eyes to the skies. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving.